Thousands of U.S. soldiers are part of the American mission to fight Ebola in West Africa. They're constructing field hospitals and labs to try to slow the epidemic. So how could these state-mandated quarantines affect their deployment? Let's bring in retired Lieutenant Colonel and CNN Global Affairs Analyst James Reese. Colonel, great to see you.
Good morning, Allison. How are you?
I'm doing well. So we understand that soon there'll be 4,000 U.S. troops in West Africa helping to contain the virus. Do you think that they are vulnerable to contracting the virus?
You know, Allison, I mean, everyone is vulnerable. I mean, let's be honest. But the way that the military does pre-deployment, the PPE, the personal protective equipment the military will have for these soldiers that are over there, and the post-deployment, and all the medical providers that the military has to observe and watch their own soldiers, I think that the chances of them contracting Ebola are very slim.
Here's what we've been told they will be doing over there. They will not be treating patients directly, the Pentagon says, but they will be building clinics, they will be training personnel, and they will be testing the blood of patients with Ebola. So that sounds like a possible point of exposure. But you're confident that they're doing everything that they need to be doing to stay safe. What happens now when they need to come home? Do you think that they should also be subject to these quarantines?
Well, you know, Allison, you got to remember, the military is a self-contained unit. So, you know, the commander over there right now, General Gary Fileski, that I know very well, the guy's a stud. He has his own team that will advise him, and they will literally lead this crisis down the road. When they have soldiers that are going back, they already have a plan. They'll have a post-deployment plan, how to monitor, how to check soldiers, and to ensure that they're squared away. And the other beauty is, you know, the military has some of the best equipment in the world. If there is a soldier that does get infected, they'll be able to quarantine them back at Fort Campbell, Fort Hood, wherever they are. So again, I think it's very, very low risk. And if there is a soldier infected, the military will take care of it very quickly and square it away.
Absolutely. I mean, absolutely. The military knows how to do this. They're the best in the world at doing things like this. But given what's happened this weekend with New Jersey and New York and now Illinois saying that anybody who returns from these West African countries should be quarantined for 21 days, it sounds like these 4,000 troops should also be.
Well, again, keep in mind, you know, let's say tomorrow the 1,500 troops from Fort Campbell and the 101st Airborne Division returned. Okay, let's just fast forward it here. Well, they're going to land at Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Those commanders, you know, have the ability to keep people on their own base, on their own post, and do their own self-quarantine. The Pentagon will be working with the local officials to make sure these aspects are squared away. But again, you know, the chain of command in the military really helps bring things along so you don't have these individuals that are doing great work on the public side coming back, and then you get the friction points between our politicians and our individuals. The military really brings its own type of self-containment to bear.
Colonel Reese, let's talk about that great work that they're doing. As we understand it, there are already 900 U.S. troops in West Africa. What progress have they been able to make?
Well, you know, I've seen some things this weekend, people challenging, you know, why is the military doing this? First off, this is a core military task. We call it stability operations. And as a former commander, this is one operation I'd rather do than have to go into combat operations. You know, the military brings a plethora and a cross aspect of civilian life. You know, there's leaders, there's medical people, there's construction individuals, there's people who know how to do you know, the medical piece, medical professionals, the blood folks. So what they'll do is they'll bring in the key engineers, the Seabees in the Navy from Spain, and they'll set up these camps. They'll also bring in great equipment that can be used for all of the public health people that are coming in, the other doctors, the civilian doctors and nurses that are going to come in, and they'll just be able to backside them. The other great thing for the military in this aspect is the military is in a supporting role this time. We're supporting the USAID. Again, the military are great at crisis leadership. They'll be able to help coach, teach, and mentor some of these civilian aid workers that are coming in and really just be a great backbone for what we got to do with Ebola in West Africa.
That's wonderful. Thanks so much for spelling it all out for us. It must be a great comfort to everyone there to have at least 900 of our military there and 3,000 more joining them soon. Lieutenant Colonel James Reese, great to see you this morning.
You too, Allison. Have a great day.
Thanks so much.